Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Furman BMW in sunny Palm Harbor, Florida, because guess what? We have the latest. This is a 2020 BMW X5, but this isn't just any regular X5. This is an M50i. But before we get into this beast, let's talk a little bit about BMW and the X5. That sweet spot really for them in their SUV lineup. Been around since 2000. Why 2K? It's crazy to say that's when the X5 first appeared. So it's been about 20 years, but boy, oh boy, I don't think that first X5 ever thought that it would eventually turn into what we have behind us. Now, this is not a full M car. There is the X5 M, and we will be bringing that to you here on Rady's Rides from Furman BMW. But boy, oh boy, is this thing pretty close. And it's packing a V8 twin turbo powered punch. And what I really want to do is when we're looking at this vehicle, is this the ultimate for the price when it comes to luxury, sport, and definitely in performance in an SUV this size? So let's go ahead, dive into the new for 2020 X5 M50i. Right off the bat, love the color. This metallic blue is it's just doing something to me that really is making me fall more and more in love with it. You're gonna get full LED, of course, headlights, daytime running lamps, the BMW halo design. I even love the blue trim that they put in there. Really, even with this particular model being blue, works really great. Now, when you work your way down, you have some exterior lighting, functional venting, nothing fake at the front end of the business here. So you have these massive open grille areas to help bring in cool air. You're gonna have your functional side air curtains and this machined brushed aluminum finish. Very, very tasteful. Now, obviously it's not metal, but very tasteful to balance the gloss with the body color and everything else. Now, when we come across the grille, you're gonna get that massive kidney-shaped grille design with the vertical slots. I really love the way they took the same color from the corner air curtain vents, brought it into the grille. There's just something about a BMW hood, the way it kind of waterfalls into the grille, that just looks sexy. It really does. You have a forward-facing camera, same grille material that's on the corners, in the center here, some gloss black, but the good news is, look at these guys. Those are functional air scoops on each side of that lower grille. The only thing that this is missing is maybe just a little bit more of a splitter extension, but other than that, it is mean and muscular. When we get up onto that hood, you have that nice large Bavarian Motorworks badging here. Really fits so well with the color and everything. And then you have the massive body lines, just two very powerful ones that really raise that center portion of the hood. And then it kind of check marks off to the side and towards that A-pillar. Now, as we come around the bend, get ready for some crazy performance when it comes to wheel and tire setup. So this is a 22-inch wheel. 22-inch wheel, 275 on the width, 35 series sidewall, machined aluminum. I love this beautiful gunmetal, flat gunmetal color. Works perfect. Look at the size of those calipers. This is my fist. That's the caliper. Massive. With those fully ventilated rotors are going to help this BMW stop on a German Danish and just give cream to everybody. Unbelievable. The style, the M badging. If you look behind there, you'll see some of the suspension bits. Of course, we're gonna have adaptive suspension on this where you have your different settings, and that's gonna adjust compression and rebound to give you the best ride and also best for cornering. Now, as we go into fender treatment, love the fender flare, how it's all painted. You're gonna get a nice little side vent here. Now, the problem is guess what? Zonk, this is a fake vent. Why would they do that on an M50i? I don't know, but I do like the silver trim around it. As we come down, the way that they took that silver, they placed it perfectly, like pinpointing exactly how an artist would do it. So the silver trim on the mirrors works out great. A little bit of gloss black, you're gonna get your full cameras everywhere. This thing has cameras all over the place, underneath, around, upside down. Gloss black on the roof rails, gloss black around the whole window treatment. I love the side sill extension, the way it kind of just drops down on an angle. Very, very nice touch. And then I want to focus on the rear here for a second. Now, When we get to the nice large rear quarter window, that's gonna bring in some nice light, especially for the passengers sitting in the back. We drop down. The reason why I wanna show this off, you still get a 22-inch wheel. This is a 315 on the width. Those are like two steamrollers out back. Because guess what? You have over 500 horsepower coming from underneath the hood. I couldn't hold on to that anymore. I couldn't wait until the engine part. I had to say it now. But even back here, still massive rotors the size of a Pizza Hut pan pizza. I mean, that's basically a German, of course. Now, as we come around the back, this is where you see the flared out fender. You could really, I'm gonna have Tom kind of angle it back so you can see that flared out fender, because those 315s, we get to the back, you get a nice tasteful low roof spoiler. It's got a little dip in the center, give it some style, full LED taillights. And then of course you're gonna have your M50i. Now this isn't a true M car, but still has a lot of performance. They're really blurring the lines over here at BMW. Tasteful trim ring, functional exhaust. Not like we've seen on other cars where it's just a block off plate. You have a tasteful rear diffuser area, but boy oh boy is this thing a beast. Let's go check out the heart of this German animal. All right guys, we got the hood popped on this BMW M50i. Look at the heart of that beast. Sexy engine cover, and that's a word you're gonna hear me say a lot with this vehicle. That engine cover is so tasteful. I love the M Performance badge, the BMW logo. The best part though is what's under that cover. A 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 pumping out 523 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque. You could actually change the rotation of Earth with that kind of torque number. It's all mated through a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60, 3.9 seconds, quarter mile in 12.1. And the crazy news is how much this thing weighs. You are looking at over 5,000 pounds. So even at over 5,000 pounds, those acceleration numbers is just mind-blowing. You could even tow with this if you want to. I don't know why you'd tow with this, but you can. 7,200 pounds, MPGs, 16 in the city and 22 on the highway. But this is really what a car enthusiast likes to see when you pop the hood. Why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this German beast and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 BMW X5 M50i. I know you're at that point where you're like, Joe, this thing has some pretty impressive numbers, and I'm gonna say to you, no kidding, how much is it? The way that this one is optioned with the 22-inch wheels and everything else, you're looking at $98,000. Let's go to the door panel, see what you're getting for the money. I love all the fine touches. So you have that beautiful contrast stitching. That light colored wood is very tasteful. You have the silver trim, that door handle that looks like a German style belt buckle, 2 memory seat settings, and you're gonna have some ambient lighting. And there's a large pocket down there where you could put a bratwurst, a foot-long bratwurst down in there, no problem, and some German root beer, a nice little barrel of German root beer. Dash, the stitch work, the material is so unbelievable, as you would expect for $98,000. This light colored wood, I'm digging. And then look at this guy here. This is a 12.3-inch infotainment system screen. It is a touch screen, which is nice. We could go right back to home. Of course, you're gonna have navigation and all those goodies. I could click on that very easily. There we are at Furman BMW. But how many times can you say that you have 12.3 inches? Well, guess what? In this M50i, not only do you have it once, but twice. Let's look at cameras real quick. So I could actually hit the camera button. There we are out back, which is great. We go back, let me put it into reverse for you. You get your 360, and of course, you're gonna have full trajectory and everything. I'll put it back into park, and then let me show you the drive modes. You actually have a few different drive modes. So you're gonna have, let me go back to home. You're gonna go sport, comfort. And look, that's our X5. That's the exact one that we have. If you want to hug a tree, Eco Pro, just don't hug a palm tree. And then you have adaptive, which is great. So very, very nice setup. You have your dual climate controls, easy to get to, easy to understand. I love the TFT display that they have here to show blower fan speed and everything. So I'm gonna lower that down a little bit here like that. You have, of course, ventilated and heated seats, slim and trim on the radio controls, and then look at the wood everywhere. Beautiful. The stitch work, watch this. Open up door number one. Whoop. 2 cup holders, wireless charging, USB, 12 volt, and you can heat and cool your drinks. Think about it, you could put a Twinkie in there and you could actually cool it. I'll actually slide this back down like that. You have your very, very tasteful. It almost looks like you ever seen that movie, The Dark Crystal? It looks like the Dark Crystal. You got the X badge in there. This is gonna control that ZF 8-speed automatic. You got your BMW iDrive control. Looks like a piece of crystal right out of the Earth's crust. Of course, you're gonna have electric e-brake, your start-stop button, and then very nice leather. It's on the softer side. Bombs away, open up, and you have tons of room in here, USB-C, and you could probably fit, I would say, $1 million. Not $1 million in cash, but 10, 100 gram bars, no problem. Seats, love them. Style, the texture, so soft. Like I said, ventilated, heated, and of course you're gonna get full power assist for both the passenger and the driver. That's a no-brainer whatsoever. And then this one has the optional panoramic sunroof and the Alcantara. So you have this wonderful Alcantara. I can slide back the sunshade there. Alcantara, it's like an Alcantara pussycat. Very nice to the touch. It even covers the A-pillars as well. But why don't you come over to the business end? I gotta show you behind the wheel of this M50i. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Of course, you have 2 memory settings. Easy to get to those seat controls. Beautiful M50i badging that lights up at night. You're also gonna get your M brushed aluminum pedals and dead pedal. That blue film is to protect it during the shipping process and filming process. Steering wheel, right out of a BMW race car. Love the thickness, especially the 10 and 2 notches. Look at the size of those things. That's what she said. Paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down, that ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. And then this steering wheel, of course, is heated. And you have, guess what? You can say it again. I got 12.3 inches of TFT display. Beautiful. The tach, the speedometer. You go through the different modes, and it just makes it such an amazing experience behind the wheel of this M50i. Let's get to the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna be holding on for dear life as you carve corners like no tomorrow in this SUV. All right, guys, backseat time in this X5, and I'm telling you, if you think your passengers are gonna be jealous of you up front, they're not. There's tons of room back here, leather everywhere. You can see they thought it through, USB-Cs, so that your passengers can keep filming you as you are carving those corners. You got the AC vents in the frame there. I like it when they do that. Gives you a little bit more air circulation. You're even gonna have the AC vents down below and full AC controls. Heated seats, but here's the zonk of the century. No ventilated seats in a $98,000 SUV. WTF. What the funk. Nice large panoramic sunroof. The seats are soft, I'm telling you. It's like I feel like I'm sitting in the lap of luxury. Almost forgot. You got a tray here for your Jolly Ranchers, German style, of course, and you have a 12 volt down there. I almost forgot that. It's almost kind of forgettable when you think about all the other connectivity. Armrest, it is hard, but the good news is that you could just drop in your M&Ms and just keep refilling that. Plus you have 2 cup holders, which is really nice. And if there's crumbs in there, you just vacuum it out. Put it back. Let's check out that cargo area and see how much you could haul while you're hauling the mail in this X5. All right, guys, time to get in that important cargo area. Push the button. Now, with the X5, you get that unique opening of the hatch, but the bottom portion still stays up. The good news about that is you're not gonna have to worry about stuff rolling out, but what you do is with the press of a button, it's real simple. You're just gonna press that, drops down, and look at that wonderful loading pad. Especially I like the way they didn't carpet it. So that means that if you slide things, it's not gonna get all ripped up. If you notice, you have your 12 volt back here. And if you, let me show you real quick. I was a little quick there. And then, of course, you'll be able to fold down the seats nicely. That's when they give you the controls back here, so you don't have to go run around. Fairly flat. And then underneath, what do we have? You have a spare. So this is a performance vehicle with a nice size spare in there. Ready to rock and roll, but guess what? Let's close this baby up. First you do that one, then you do this one. If you're ready, I'm ready. Guys, we're in the X5 M50i. We left Furman BMW. I'm gonna leave it in automatic mode right now. 523 horsepower. Here we go, on throttle. Oh my God. This thing, I'm telling you, is ridiculous. Over 5,000 pounds and 0 to 60 about 3.8 seconds. That to me is just mind-blowing. How far we've come with technology to get an SUV to perform like a sports car. Really great sound inside the cabin, super smooth the way that the vehicle shifts. And what's really nice is that getting to all the controls is very easy. You have those two 12.3 inch screens. This infotainment screen is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And what's wonderful is that looking at it at a quick glance makes life so easy to see what's going on. Heated seats, ventilated seats. The dash is a very, very nice, clean setup. Overall, just so impressed. I want to get on it, kind of shut the AC off for a second, get on it, and just let that twin turbo V8 do its thing. So leaving it in automatic mode, on throttle, here we go. Oh my God. Wow, I'm telling you right now, this thing is a German rocket. Look at, oh my God. I mean, you're doing speeds that are sending you to jail very, very quickly in this machine. The seats are so supportive. Bolstering is perfect. And what's awesome is that once you get in and you fire her up, the bolstering kind of, you could set it to squeeze you a little bit tighter after you sit for a while, and then you're ready to rock and roll. So it's got a great amount of bolstering to it, which is really, really wonderful. What I want to do is I want to check out the manual shift. So we're going to put in manual shift mode. Right now I'm in second gear. Dash tells me I'm in second gear. Now I'm in third, kind of shift for me, but second gear, on throttle, here we go. That nose just shoots for the sky. Wow. On the brakes, those massive calipers, downshifting into this right-hand bend, getting the power down. Here we go. Little pop from the exhaust as it shifts. Great V8 sound. And because it's a twin turbo setup, the turbo's being smaller, you're not waiting for boost like you would think. Really, really nice. Steering wheel, perfect thickness, great weight to it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in automatic mode. I have it in sport mode, so that's gonna adjust the suspension that I was pointing out earlier when we were doing the walk around. It's gonna give you better feedback, quicker throttle response, all of those goodies. The best part of this SUV is that it's got tons of room. The quality of materials are second to none. Nice heads-up display. I wish the heads-up display had a little bit more info in it, but I'm sure once we do the X5M, all of those wants, all those requests are going to be fulfilled. But even going over the ripped-up pavement in sport mode, it does a great job with absorbing the bumps. You're not getting any kind of creaks or rattles in this thing. I'm going to go ahead and put it back over to manual shift mode. Fifth gear, fourth gear, third gear, on throttle. This thing is just ridiculous. I mean, unbelievable. And the feedback to the wheel is great. The paddles are a good size. They are plastic, which is a little bit of a bummer, but still a very, very good size. On throttle. Very nice. Look at this. On the brakes, downshift. Very controllable. This thing is very, very controllable. Right hand bend. Now you just rock it out. You're just getting all that traction down. So perfect. So smooth. Let's see how this transition goes. really, really nice. Look at this. Are we in a sports car? No, I'm in an SUV. I'm gonna go pick up the kids. I mean, it's just, it's nuts. It's just totally insanity what many of the car manufacturers are doing. Not just BMW, but definitely BMW with this M50i. And the scary news is that this isn't the tip of the iceberg. The X5M has over 600 horsepower. That to me, I can't wait to share with you guys on the channel. Navigation's great, all the buttons easy to figure out very quick. That's another thing, is that I feel like compared to Mercedes-Benz, where you need like an Encyclopedia Britannica to figure out the controls, the BMW, after a few seconds, you feel at home. It's actually quite simple and straightforward. Visibility out the front is amazing. The back glass is nice and large. Side mirrors are great. And then of course you're gonna get that great safety technology that's gonna protect you at all four corners and everything in between. And these seats are amazing. They really fit you. You could get to fit your body like a glove, like a glass slipper. You could be Cinderella every single day in this X5 M50i, as you should be for a $98,000 SUV. The great news is, after you're done hauling the mail and having a good time, once you get back to civilization and you want to just drive normal, even in sport mode, it cruises so nicely. I love the height of the door panel here. Really just allows me to put my arm exactly where I feel comfortable. Controls are easy to get to. I mean, it's a mind-blowing vehicle. It really is. It really is. But we have to bring it back to Furman BMW. So we're gonna wrap this up, and I'll see you in a split second. GoPro, stop recording. All right, guys, it's been another amazing day with this M50i here at Furman BMW. I definitely got to thank Alan, Cody, Dave, and the rest of the crew, not only getting us an X5, but an M50i. It's very interesting how this vehicle has totally blurred the lines between it and its more powerful sibling known as the X5M. I think that if you don't want to go that full X5M route, you now have something to where you can get that extreme performance and style and still really have something very unique. Is this the German standout that it should be compared to the other luxury brands? I would say yes, guaranteed. With all the different categories, you're gonna have check marks. But if these are the types of SUVs that you like to see on Ready's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ready's Rise family. If you wanna help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Ready's Rise merch. You gotta give it up to Tom Moschner, my German friend. He's actually from Germany. So if anybody in Germany is watching, leave him a little comment in that comment section. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.